Hey, ciao! Cazzo! How did this happen?
You just did.
We just did, from the other side of America. He's in my house. I don't know how to see that. Guys, it's Jashi,
And Bogdan made it.
aka Conservative Immigrant. Quick back-end story here. We met 2 years ago on social media where we both were sub 10K.
Yep, pretty much.
And we went through the entire journey of social media, the struggles. It's like having a toxic relationship, the ups and downs, talking to each other. I think I got shadow banned. This sucks. TikTok doesn't like me. What is happening? And after 2 years of calls and everything, we finally made it to meet. We're here. He's gonna spend here a week, and shit's about to go down.
Oh yeah, it's gonna go down. Yeah, we met. You messaged me on Instagram.
Yes.
You were like, hey, I want to talk to you. And I told you, what I ask you, state your intentions.
State your intentions. Criminal.
I messaged him back, or I DM'd him back on Instagram, state your intentions. And he was like, oh, no, I just want to talk to you. I'm straight, I promise. Sound like that.
He's already defensive. You gotta chill out, these Italians. I know. But here we are. We decided to put out a couple of things, learn a couple of things about each other, and put out some content for you guys. And I mean, the way I would start it is straight up with politics. He is a politician, not a politician, he's a politics content creator.
Yeah. Commentator.
Let's put it this way. He definitely stated his opinions in the past. However, one thing I like of him is he's open to talk about anything. So even when you disagree with him, he's very open to talk.
You have to.
Yes.
You have to. Otherwise, we are not getting out of the shithole that we are in. And I'm not trying to fearmonger anybody, but there's no political discourse in the country. Not only that, but there's no discourse. Either we agree or we can't even talk if we disagree.
Which is one thing I will never understand here. And this is literally about anything. It's either one side or the other.
It's how people are raised, man.
It's nuts.
It's the American culture these days. If you disagree, it's all bets are off. You can't even go out to the movies together anymore. It's crazy.
But before we go into the whole discussion thing, let's start with, we're both on TikTok. It is an app that is famous for being used mostly by younger people. You do...
Not anymore.
Now by everybody, but...
It started like it. It started like a Gen Z dance moves.
It's still used by young people. If you look at my age range, it's from 14 all the way to 30, so it's relatively young.
I'm not followed by 14-year-olds, only over 16.
Lucky you, because you can talk about more serious stuff. The fact is, you see politics, you see the youth. My question to you is, how involved is the youth of America? Because you also have, let's say, a Romanian point of view. You come from the outside, so you have a different eye of this. How involved is the youth in America about politics? And I'm not talking about Republicans or Democrats, I'm talking about both sides.
So right now, when you're talking about the youth, I'll solely address Gen Z.
Okay,
which to date is the most politically engaged and motivated generation in American history, bar none.
More than millennials.
More than millennials.
When you say engaged, what do you mean?
They care about politics, they care about their vote, they are not afraid to speak their minds, and they are not afraid to get involved with the party.
Okay, so you're saying they're very involved. Now, in terms of discussion, are they open to talk? Are they open to talk?
Not if they are. I'm generalizing here as a majority based on what I see and what I've noticed in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Majority of those that are on the left, no, they are not open to discussion. The more left-leaning they are, the more shut down they are. It's either my way or the highway.
Okay.
That's it. When it comes to right-leaning Gen Z, in the last 6 months, I would like to say that I see that there's more hope.
Okay.
With right-leaning young people, but they are not as engaged as the left-leaning young people. So the left-leaning young people, they are going to have no problems going to a rally. They are going to have no problems organizing. They are going to have no problem going to the Democrat Party events. They are going to have no problem volunteering with the Democrats. They are going to have no problem creating content online. They are going to have no problem being involved at their high school or college or so on and so forth.
Okay.
When it comes to conservatives, I personally feel that the needle is moving towards the better, but we are totally not there yet.
But why is that? Is that a consequence of fear of being attacked, fear of being cancelled, or is it simply because they're not engaged, they're not proud of it?
It's a consequence of more than just one reason.
Okay,
So
give me a few.
If you look and you analyze behavior, left-leaning individuals, Gen Z, they are
Okay.
more emotional. They are reasoning more with their emotion. They are
Okay.
driven more by their emotion.
Okay,
They are very easy, and overall Gen Z is easily influenced.
okay.
Okay, so when Democrats are coming with a narrative, they are really good at using emotion in their narrative, something that Republicans just don't care about. They are completely ignorant to it. So they are accapaраting the younger generation, the younger left-leaning generation, the younger right-leaning generation. They are exactly the opposite, and they are very much similar to all the other age groups out there when it comes to conservative views or Republican views. I'm gonna do me. As long as what you're doing does not affect me, you do your thing. The problem with that is that throughout the course of history, every small idea that was a bad idea, that was left untouched,
Became
grew
something
up
bad.
to be something really bad. Look at fascism, look at communism, look at
I
dictatorships.
mean, we're talking
look at
from the perspective
everything.
of people who get historically directly involved. We got the Italians here and we got the Romanian.
Yeah, exactly.
Romania was
Communist
yes,
until
was
1989
USSR,
when
was still
they did
part of
chili
it.
chili bang bang at the wall.
Yes, Madonna Santa. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So my account is a little bit less political. However, here and there, I like to have the conversation, and I noticed that I see a lot of pushbacks on both sides, and I confuse a lot of people because I put myself in the middle. I agree and disagree with ideas on both sides, and depending on who I respond to, I get allocated either on one side or the other. There's a little, let's say, when I go against some of the principles of the two parties, there's no way for me to communicate with them.
Why?
On both sides. For example, when I talk about capitalism, I'm a capitalist on one side, but I'm also a socialist when it comes to giving a safety cushion to the lower end. When I talk about capitalism, people see me as a Republican. When I talk about how I would create a safety net, or for example, we would disagree on this, how I am pro-abortion, okay, people say that I am a communist, okay?
Okay.
But also I'm an extreme capitalist. I'm all for free market all the way.
Now, how pro-abortion are you? Because I think that's where the conversation starts. Because I personally feel that both parties are taking it to the extreme.
Yes, so let's
do
put
you
it this
have
way.
like
Let's
a
put it this
limit?
way. Let's put it this way, okay? You can do whatever you want with your body. I feel that a woman should have the full freedom, and by law, okay, you could also do the day before. Now, will you get judged?
Or the day off.
Huh?
Or the day off. There's the day after pill.
No, I'm saying like if you were to create a rule and
Okay.
give it full freedom, it means that even the day before,
Birth.
yes,
You
on
see?
paper. Wait, on paper,
okay.
it should be.
Wait.
It should be. It could be accepted. However, if you do the day before, if it took you 8 months to understand your decision, you should accept that people might react to it. Let's put it this way. Does it make sense? Like, it should not take you 8 months. It should not take you 8 months to make a decision. Okay, if you know if you want it, good. If you don't want it,
I agree.
take a quick decision.
Okay.
Let's be pragmatic.
I thought this was gonna go a total different route. I thought we were gonna disagree
No,
to the extreme.
Being pragmatic. On paper, if you were to make a law, okay, I understand that on paper you could be able to do it until the last day.
Yeah.
Should you wait until the last day?
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is.
I feel like if you're waiting until the next day, the last day, and who am I to judge because I'm a man? I understand, America, I understand, but
I disagree with that.
if you wait until the last day, I think you're doing it on purpose. You're trying to send a message.
Has nothing to do with being a man.
Has
nothing to do with
why
being
does
a
it have nothing to do with being a man?
So we can.
Shit, I opened just a can of worms. Fuck me. Okay, whatever.
2 questions and a statement.
Go ahead.
We can both agree right now that fascism is bad.
Yes,
We can both agree right now that communism is bad.
extremely.
The third question. None of us right now in our lives experienced fascism or communism, correct?
Correct.
And yet, we can both agree that those things were bad.
Yes.
So you don't have to be a man to make a decision and to express your point of view if something is a good or if it's a bad just because you're a man.
Woo!
A few moments later.
Okay, so yeah, we can agree that on something we never experienced and we can have an opinion about it. I understand. However, we do not go through the experiences that a woman goes through. So we still have a different point of view that we can try to understand but not really live through, okay? And exercitating a rule as a man over something that I do not experience, I don't know if that is correct. But I believe that pragmatic woman would agree on what I said. Meaning that it is okay, but be pragmatic about it.
I feel that both parties are taking the abortion thing way to the extreme.
Yes, it should be not a full yes and not a full no. It should be
exactly.
something in between.
Yes.
Like Italy. Italy.
Yeah, like in Europe. In Europe, I feel like it's much
Well,
more
Italy is-
moderate.
And I mean,
overall,
yes.
Overall, it's much more moderate in Europe. Overall, like countries-wise, but both parties here in America are taking it way to the extreme. But not only that,
They're taking it personal.
I'm a very big believer in personal responsibility, right? So when you decide to have sex unprotected, there's a chance
Oh, you
that-
hit. Yes, go
that
ahead.
you're gonna get pregnant,
Yep.
right? And I understand there's some people out there that are gonna be like, well, condoms are not 100% safe. IUDs are not 100% safe.
Mixing
the
them?
pill is not 100% safe. The implant in the arm is not 100% safe, right? Yeah, but those cases are like a small percentage. The majority of abortions in America are unwanted pregnancies. Okay, so we are not talking about health reasons here. We are talking about unwanted pregnancies, and women
Oh, yes.
women are the gatekeepers, right? If a woman doesn't want to have sex with you, she's not going to have sex with
Okay.
you. So what is stopping a woman from picking a high-value man to have unprotected sex with? Or let me rephrase: why do women have unprotected sex with men that are not high-value men, that they don't see themselves in a long-distance relationship and the potential to be the father of their children?
You hit it right on the nail. No fucking wonder the series that I used to watch on MTV when I was in Italy, 16 and Pregnant, was based in America and not in Italy. In Italy,
I remember them.
In Italy, guys, we have a lot of intercourse. A lot, like rabbits. Why does it happen so little? Because, and this is, I believe, it should be responsibility of both parties.
Yes.
Okay, of
Yes.
both.
Agreed.
It should not be one-sided. Do not put responsibility only on one side. If you want to have fun, you protect yourself on one side, but you also double protect on the other, okay? You as a man use the helmet, and you as a woman use something else. And it gets much easier, okay? Also, and this is something that, I will say something personal here. The amount of times that a lady would get angry if I were using protection was crazy. If I do not have it, I do not do anything.
Same.
Even if you're my girlfriend, unless I'm very confident and very comfortable with being with you, as a personal thing, never. And if you're a man, okay, kids are expensive. Okay, if you have a kid, your financial future is now set. You have a job, and even if you don't want to take that job, your life will be more expensive. So think twice.
And not only that, majority of divorces in America are initiated by women.
I mean, if I look at the average man in America, I would understand.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry.
No, 100%.
I am not sorry. I'm actually very true, direct to the point.
100%. Ladies, I think both of us foreigners agree that considering the value of the average American fuckboy, we understand why majority of divorces in America are initiated by y'all. Yeah. You fucking, you 100%. 100%.
It's like,
My God. My God.
I do real estate, right? I go through houses, I see how people live. And to me, it's staggering to see the priorities of, because I see the average American. I go in the poorer areas, I go in the average areas to buy the houses, because that's where I can afford them to invest. And I see the priorities of Americans. And if your priority, rather than putting yourself in a good position, cleaning up your house and stuff, is putting all your money in a new car that you cannot afford,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're telling me a lot of yourself. This is more the consumeristic side, but also in terms of priorities, being a reliable person, showing that your priorities
Providing.
is your life. Exactly.
Yeah, treating women right.
That's
But
the
hey,
thing.
you know, men and women are the same, they are saying.
Apparently,
Apparently, here in
Apparently.
America in 2023, men and women are the same. And then you wonder why the depression rates are the way they are. Nobody has goals in life. Nobody has direction in life. Nobody has purpose. Like, I heard something the other day and it really, really stuck with me. The easiest way to deter your potential, the easiest way to prevent yourself from achieving what you're meant to achieve in life,
Okay.
is to maintain an emotional connection with the person that should not be in your life.
Damn, that hit me. I'm thinking, it's like, oh yeah, makes sense. Makes fucking sense.
Move in purpose, move towards purpose, and move with purpose.
Okay. And away with people.
That's
away
it
from
for Bogdan being a philosopher tonight.
Okay.
But it really,
You're never a philosopher. Today you chose to attack me with your philosophy.
It really, I'm not
Fucking
attacking
cool.
you.
No, I mean,
It really
it's
got
not
to
an
me.
attack. It's got me.
I saw that and I was like, fuck man, I should have seen that when I was 18, probably.
But you were 18. You wouldn't have understood
Yeah.
it. You understand?
But anyway, back to the point. Yeah, so you do real estate, you deal with people, right? I work in corporate America and running a team of 50 plus average, doing an average of, I don't know, like $9 million a year, I guess. We interact with so many people on a weekly basis, and
you see people.
I see exactly what you're saying when people are just the financial decisions that some men are doing. It's crazy, man. And then you wonder why relationships go to shit. Then you wonder why, you know, we have this discrepancy. And back to it, the divorce rates in America. Yeah, we understand. 100% ladies, you're doing what you're doing. We kind of get it.
How is it to date women in America?
Different than Europe, that's for sure.
Okay.
Total different ballpark. I feel that there are different priorities, different expectations, or if there are expectations. And
If there are expectations.
If there are expectations, a lot of women don't have any expectations, man.
About dating.
About dating. They're
Why
just
the fuck are they dating?
What?
Why the fuck are you dating?
What do you mean? What
Like
the
if
fuck?
there's no expectations about the dating itself.
Well, that's a question that I asked in the past as well, and
What's the purpose of
I guess
dating?
it's just like, I don't know, binge watching Netflix, man, to pass time, you know, to feel appreciated, to feel that you have somebody in your life, not necessarily that you want to get into a relationship or to get into a committed relationship. It's weird, yeah, it's very weird, but I will say this, it's also, in my point of view, very location based.
Okay.
So my opinion about dating in America
Okay.
is slightly location based. For example, dating, I live in Kentucky.
Okay.
Dating in Kentucky as a conservative content creator
So people know who you are.
sucks. It's almost in non-existent.
Is Kentucky blue?
No, Kentucky as a state is red.
But the city is blue.
But the city is a liberal shithole. I have been...
Even in Kentucky.
I've lived there for a year and a half.
Okay.
In this year and a half in Kentucky, I have never met so many fake women in my life. as I have in the last year and a half in Kentucky.
Describe me fake women. Describe me fake people in general. What is
very
fake?
simple?
What is fake?
If we go to my country, to Romania,
Okay.
or if we go to your country in Italy, which
Okay.
I know very well,
Yeah.
if you see a woman
You said it in a very.
together.
You said it in a very. I know very well. What do you mean? No. You dating my ladies?
not currently,
Okay.
if you see a woman on the street put together and gives you the vibe that she put some effort into how she presents herself,
Yes.
most of the time that will mean that she has a put together life, that she has her shit together.
Okay.
Okay, it is not the same where I live. I cannot tell you how many women I went out with, very nice, put together. However, their car an entire dump, their apartment or house an entire dump.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Right? So on one side you have the superficial view, dressed nice,
Yes,
a little bit
yeah.
of makeup, stuff like that. I don't date anybody that has like a pound of makeup on her face. That is just not gonna happen. I find it extremely disgusting.
You know how I discovered about the makeup stuff in America?
What?
So you know that in I was recently, actually no, I came here still to visit. Okay, I wasn't living in America yet. My family was already here, and there was this girl. I don't want to go into details of this because this could be. There was a girl, and in Italy, to say hello to anybody, even among men, we do the double kiss.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I remember
I
I go
know where
there
you go.
and I give her a double kiss, and literally drywall compound was sticking to my face. It's like, what the fuck is this? And like half of it came away from her face because it was a hot day, so I guess
Yeah.
it stuck. It was probably and that got me. It's like, yo.
Yeah. So that's a very big turn off for me. If you're not comfortable in your feminine energy and your looks to the point where you have to put excessive makeup. I'm not saying that
makeup is beautiful.
I'm not saying that I'm against makeup. I'm saying to the point where you can like scrape it off with the drywall scraper. Okay, like that's just not it. But again, back to the point. I find it very location based. So dating life in Kentucky in the last year and a half, disaster. When I was in New Hampshire, amazing.
Okay.
When I was in Vermont, so and so because a lot of liberal women. But Texas, great. And I was
Okay.
just there for a couple of weeks. But in Kentucky, a disaster. So that's why I'm saying I find it very location based.
What if you just got unlucky in general? In Kentucky, for example.
I've been there for a year and a half. That would be the epitome of being fucking unlucky.
Okay, makes sense.
I went on more dates in the time that I was in Texas a month ago that I did in the last year and a half in Kentucky. To put it in perspective.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Does this paint a clear picture as to...
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to approach anybody on the street. I'm not afraid
I saw you on TikTok going around asking people shit, so yeah. He's definitely
to go
a brave
to the
man.
mall, but it just sucks when you have a conversation and you're vibing, and I always try to bring up politics from the get-go because I have no time to waste.
Okay.
Right? I'm a busy guy.
Okay.
I have
you go straight into politics during a date.
Absolutely. Again, I have no time.
That is interesting.
I have no time to waste on somebody that has different values and different morals than me. So why am I going to waste my time with you if you're a raging liberal and I'm a conservative?
If you're a moderate, would you date a moderate? A true Democrat. A true Democrat is a person who is conservative in...
3-4 years ago, yes. Today, no.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
I would not date anything outside of the conservative spectrum right now.
Wow.
And she would have to be a little religious as well.
So on that I will disagree with you.
You would? Okay. Well,
Also
yeah, because you're a
of-
little more moderate than I am. But I'm very strong in my conservative views. And you have to think, like, we are not 18 anymore.
True.
Right? So the way I look at it, if I give my time and energy to a woman,
That I do not agree with.
I'm very intentional in my dating.
Okay.
So if I'm doing anything, especially now, I'm doing it long term.
Okay.
So if I'm doing it long term, I cannot do long term with somebody that we are going to have a constant bickering.
Yes, because it's a
about
partnership,
stuff.
it's not a fight.
Exactly.
Okay, I understand. Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, cioè, the point of view of I want to have a partner, this is my partner, not a constant fight, I agree 100%.
So that is why.
So
And that's why
from that point
politics
of view,
come
yes.
in at the beginning. So, for example, probably 3-4 months ago, I ran into this chick doing grocery shopping.
Yeah.
I don't know what I
you
said.
run into a ship. Guys, best place to meet a girl is the grocery shopping. 100% agree, always works.
I don't even know what the fuck I said to her. Probably some dumb shit made up on the fly. But we started talking, and we were on the same vibe. And I made a comment to her about DeSantis. She said something that reminded me of DeSantis, and I told her. And she just went on this long rant about DeSantis and capitalism and that and that and that. She was a hardcore socialist.
Okay.
Why? Why would I not do that and waste my time, plan a date? Because if I ask you out, I'm gonna plan the date.
Spend time, money.
I'm gonna spend time, money, I'm gonna research, I'm gonna invest in getting to know you a little bit before that. We're gonna go on a date. So all of a sudden we are talking 5+ hours on this. I don't have that much time to invest in you if you're a raging liberal or a socialist or a radical leftist. So that's why politics at the beginning are very important for me.
Okay.
Because I have a full-time job. I'm doing this shit, right? So time is of the essence. My personal time is my personal time. So if I'm going to invest in you, I need to get something in return. I need to get some value.
So I will tell you this. I agree when it comes to extremes, meaning if you have like this, what you just described as an extreme.
Yeah.
Cioè,
This is the best example I can
don't
give
even know
you.
who you are, extremely triggered right now. But dating across a more moderate spectrum without the extremes and disagreeing on some of the, let's say, political things, or just being challenging them here and there, I don't think is a bad thing.
I agree with you,
So
but
if you're not completely parallel, but like...
I feel that it matters what you're disagreeing with.
yes, true,
Right?
true.
Let's say you agree on everything fiscal.
Yes.
You agree on a lot of political things.
Okay.
But then you want to teach your kids that if they are a woman, there's something holding her back in society. Or you are in favor of your kids being exposed to a lot of outside influence, outside of the family home values and morals.
That's interesting, yeah.
Right? So all of a sudden, maybe you don't have kids. This is just an example, right?
Okay.
For everybody watching. So you're in a relationship, you're in a partnership, you're in a marriage with somebody, and you have a kid. And you as a man, you want your boy or your girl to be raised in a particular set of morals and values that your household shares. Mm-hmm. But then your partner, your spouse, your girlfriend, because in America it's very popular to have kids outside of marriage.
That's one thing that pisses me off
right?
so much.
Idiots. We can talk about this tomorrow. Okay. We should make a video about this. So you're in this partnership and you want to raise your kid with a particular set of morals, values that your household has. However, your partner, girlfriend, wife, whatever, is like, yeah, I'm kind of okay with that. And all of a sudden, you as the composed person, as the man in the house, you want one thing, but your partner either doesn't support you or, doesn't care. And when it comes to more household or family morals and values, that can ruin a relationship. So now you invested 5-10 years in a relationship, a marriage, a partnership, whatever it is, with somebody, and it starts crumbling, not before you have a kid, after you have a kid.
Yeah.
And we all know, and as men, we can both agree, we have seen the statistics, how important a father figure is for a child.
Oh fuck. That's.
And I can speak for experience because I was raised by a single mother,
Okay.
right? So all of a sudden, not only you ruined your last 10, 15 years, but you're negatively affecting
Your kids.
kid's life. So that's why I will not date a woman if she's not conservative.
One thing that got me is so I was raised by both my parents. They're still together. 30 years.
Privilege.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
I don't mean it in a negative way.
Yes. I thought it was normality, and then you start, especially here in America, every single person I meet, it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
The entire life story is a tragedy, and it's constant. So my question is it? And this is I feel like a very interesting topic. Is the single parenthood planned into a society, incentivized by society?
It's incentivized by the government. When the government is giving you financial aid and is promoting single parent households by incentivizing you financially, it is doing a disservice to the family structure, to the family morals and values, anatomy, everything.
Okay.
And also we have a problem in this country, in my humble opinion, is that we people are confused as to what being in a relationship should be about.
Okay.
Right? So what makes it work is connection and charisma, right? And what I mean by that is you as the man creating an environment that brings up your woman's femininity, feminine energy.
Okay.
And she as the woman creates an environment in which your masculine energy thrives.
Okay.
And I think that this is the number one cause why relationships fail in America. Besides the fact
Women
that people
become men and men become feminine. We live in a world where a lot
very
of young
much.
people, I
Very
believe,
much,
are
yes.
lost. I'm talking about here the men, the boys. I see a lot of boys being lost. I see a lot of boys losing the fire that you should have at that age.
Yep.
And I see a lot of women taking the role of a man in many things.
Yeah.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. The statistics is that 65% of young people are single, and BlackRock is investing in real estate and the fact that people will be single.
So something that was said to me by a girl a few months ago, actually.
Okay.
I know how to do a lot, but if I'm dating somebody, I don't want to do a lot.
How would
And
you?
what she was referring to, like, she doesn't want to mow the lawn, she doesn't want to, fix a leaking faucet, she doesn't want to, do something that a man should do around the house. She can do that, but she doesn't want to do that if she has a serious relationship.
So when I think about modern dating, the way I see a positive relationship is when I look at, for example, my sister and her husband.
Yep.
Okay, my sister and my husband. My sister and my husband. It's 2023. My sister and her husband. They both work. So they're both. My sister is the modern woman. She could be independent and everything. However, when it comes to the traditional roles, they both kept them. The other day, me and Scott were mowing the lawn. Mm-hmm. We're cleaning up, getting ready the lawn for you, so you would see this beautiful lawn that looks like shit.
Thank you so much. How much do you pay in water? How much do you pay in water?
$2,000 for 3 months. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Cool.
That is we will have another conversation about that.
Fuck.
The fact is, we were mowing the lawn. My sister, I remember a scene. She went down. She gave him a kiss, she went up, and after finishing her presentations, she cooked a little snack for us, and we cleaned, we came up, and we ate happily. And So she still worked, and he still works. And then at home, they split the roles. They became complementary. They work and operate as a partnership, and it's simple.
And that's right there
things,
is the problem why a lot of relationships fail today.
You
because
have
they
to
don't
operate as a partnership.
exactly. They don't complement each other. They are not like yin and yang. Not to sound too.
You need to complement each other, and there are
Exactly.
moments of friction. It's fucking normal. It's fucking normal. I see it also with my parents.
Do you also feel that we live in a time and age where people are just not willing to put in the effort? Because I'm inclined to say yes.
How can I explain this? It's very... So, I can put this also in other perspectives.
Okay.
When I left the security of my job in Lamborghini, a company that very few people can get in, a company that a lot of people would like to get in. Amazing job. So many people told me that I'm a stupid person. The amount of sacrifice I put in those 6 months of creating my business, flipping my first house, if I have to think back at it, it's like, I don't know how the fuck I made it. But somehow I managed.
Yeah.
People do not put the effort in because they do not see and they do not believe in the end of the tunnel.
Exactly.
If in the first 6 months you are required to put in the effort and you're able to see the other side, then you start realizing, okay, this is the good choice. Okay? Because it might seem hard in moments, but once you pass it and you enjoy the benefit of what the effort you put in, then you will put in the effort constantly. It's the first time that fucks you up. I believe it's the...
Correct.
People think it's always roses and perfect.
Oh, what, running a business?
But no, even a relationship.
Oh,
I believe that once you can see the light at the end of that first moment of friction and fucked upness, that can happen at one point in a relationship. In the beginning it's all perfect, then you have a hard moment. Once you skip that, once you go through that, and you look back, you realize that it's a good thing that you put in the effort. And my parents explained the same thing to me. If you have the resilience, at least the first time, to make you realize that it was a good choice.
What can be out there.
Yes. The problem is, if you don't see it the first time, you crumble. So yes, people are not putting in the effort, but not only because of that, because they're not able to see at the end of the tunnel. People lack long-term view.
Are you familiar with Simon Sinek?
No.
You're not? Okay, so he talks about this. He talks about the infinite game.
Okay.
Okay, and the example that he gave was a comparison between Microsoft and Apple.
Okay.
He was invited to an event at Microsoft, and he gave the example how everybody at Microsoft was talking how to beat Apple.
Okay.
How to beat what Apple are doing and so on and so forth. And when he went to the Apple event, when he was invited to speak at Apple, everybody was talking how to better help the customer, where to be in 5 years, and so on and so forth. So on one side, you had people that were trying to beat their competition. On the other side, you had a company that was strategizing how to better help their client.
Two different points of view.
Exactly.
I
also feel
one is jealousy, the other one is long-term view.
Exactly.
But yeah, long-term view. If you develop a skill of delaying gratification, looking at your life as a marathon, not a 2-day sprint, not just today or tomorrow stuff. You develop a skill of putting in the effort no matter what. Once you recognize, you also develop the skill of recognizing value and not value also in people.
But not only that, you also develop the discipline behind it.
Yes.
Right? Because without discipline, there's no grit, there's no determination, there's no motivation. And I mean, all the sacrifices that me and you as immigrants in this country have made, it wasn't easy. And still we made them, and still we are here. While you have people all around us that are making excuses left and right. Not to deviate from the original topic of the discussion when it comes to dating, but the same can be said about dating. I feel that a lot of people out there just want everything handed to them because of the society that we live in, because of consumerism, which is also affecting the culture and the mindset of people.
It's not buying a car.
Exactly.
It's people not buying a car.
So yeah, it's interesting it's interesting dating in America as somebody coming from, or being somebody that is used and accustomed with dating in throughout Europe, Italy, Spain, UK, Romania, you know, and all these countries. I feel that the dynamics are a little bit different. And also something that you said in one of your videos or one of your lives is that in your country, women don't seek social validation, the society to tell them that they are the boss.
Oh yes.
They know where they stand, they know what they bring to the table.
I remember the most.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So, my grandpa had a beautiful painting in his house. Not painting, it was like a shield, and he used to say, "I am the boss of this house, and I have my wife's permission to say so." I am the boss of this house, and I have my wife's permission to say so. Meaning, the women in Italy know that they command Italy. The women in Italy, whether you like it or not, in the end of the day, because of the dynamics of the families and what I see, is a matriarchy.
Yes.
The difference is that the woman in Italy doesn't go around shouting it. She knows she's the boss. Society acknowledges that she's the boss. And you can see it everywhere. You want to buy a house, if the woman does not agree, the house will never be bought.
Exactly.
In America, same thing. I sold cars to families, and if the woman doesn't like it, he can love the car. Unless he's a billionaire who doesn't give a shit, they will not buy the car if she doesn't like it. Especially immigrant families, super funny. It's super funny.
It's funny how that works out, doesn't it?
They decide. Our mothers even have influences over what we buy as kids. Okay, even when we have our own money, it's super funny.
Yep. Yes.
And they know their power. They know how powerful they are. Maybe on the work, at work is a little bit different. Sometimes there could be some fucked up situations which I learned of. But generally speaking, they know that they are the boss.